Hello, Rebel GMAN 3B. This is your week 3 recap. I am Rob Top, and I'm here as always, even though it's a day late, with Matt Cavellion. Hello, Matt.
Hello! Technically only half a day late, but we'll see.
Real
Or
life
maybe not.
getting in the way, my end. So sorry for the delay.
Yeah. Maybe 3/4 to a full day. Anyway, we should probably get straight on to it.
Yeah.
Everyone's chomping at the bit. Yeah. So
and I'm eager to get on with my games because I've had some quality games this week. So
very good. So yeah, first up is the Kingslayers versus the Mutants. So tell us a bit about that.
Spartacus is the Underworld coach, 1540, against Porky 811, who's the Chaos coach, at 1830. So he took Skitter, Bomber, Wizard, Babes, and he got Fame. So let's see how it goes.
All right.
So lots of inducements, 2 star players as well. Skitter's obviously a proper handful, and the Mutants have received the ball, as you see, and immediately KO. That's quite a big KO, isn't it? Turn 1. So it's a bit of a grind. Easy push up the pitch, and as you see, the Wizard on turn 7. Can they make any good out of this?
That's going to help.
Yeah.
That's going to double help.
Yeah.
Oh,
nice.
Lovely.
So
Spicy.
no tackle zones on the ball now.
No, you've got to be thinking it would have been tempting to drop a fireball there of all those people, but going for the more solid chance.
Good play, isn't it? So more dice. That was a 1 dice block as well.
Yeah.
But it's enough to boom. And who's waiting up pitch? Skitter.
Boof.
That
just watching the ball go over his head.
Yeah.
That'll do though, won't it?
So
doesn't even need it to be accurate.
Yeah, turn 8 just picks the ball up and scores. So
got to be hurting to not score with one of your own players and go with the star, but it is what it is.
Yeah, Wizard turning the game round. So yeah, Underworld's drive, second half, just 2 ways of approaching it, and there just look after the ball as long as you can and score late, or score quickly early. So let's have a look what he decides to do. I like the idea of just chucking all your men up one side. It can backfire on you if the ball goes the other side, obviously. But he's well under control, as you can see. And there's enough tackle zones there to keep the ball safe. He ends up scoring. I just missed the clip out. So, go for it needed.
Oh, no.
I think it's 2 go for it's needed, actually. It is 2 go for it's needed.
Well, let's see. Oh, no.
That's a little unfortunate, isn't it?
That is a little unfortunate, yeah.
Yeah, turn 13, that was. So they managed to pick the ball up turn 14. What do they do? Oh, yeah, they just cage up first of all. And boom.
big meteor knees there onto Skitter and injuring him.
Yeah, no one cares about that today at turn 15.
No.
But the ball does lovely bounces, and
it's more 3D magnet hands, it seems.
Yeah, last week there was loads of that going on, weren't there? So he did put a player up the pitch to give himself the chance of the 3-0. Will it come off?
It's a bold play.
No reroll.
Oh, he's caught it.
Yeah. So
getting those yards, 3-0. Oof.
Bit of a shock result, I would say. Yeah, I think the 1830 Chaos should have had that game under control, but it just goes to show what the inducements can do for you when used right.
Yeah, believe me, I've had my own trouble with rats this week in this competition, so...
So, level ups. There's a couple of level ups for the Kingslayers. Tyrion Lannister, his 4th skill.
Piling on, it would seem to be.
Nice. Okay. And Lady Zhang 2, the 5th skill.
Who just took that last touchdown that we saw. And that is dodge after tackle. So Lady Zhang has got your usual kind of skills. So we've got pass, we've got sure hands, block, 2 heads, agility up, tackle, and dodge. So 2 heads and the agility up. That's quite useful.
Yeah. Good player.
Yeah.
And no level ups for the mutants.
Okay.
I don't believe anyone really got hurt in that game, if I remember rightly.
No, we're seeing pretty similar stuff there. So yeah, that is what it is. The mutants, able to come out with no injuries, which I suppose is sometimes it's very useful. Cool. So next up, there's a match I had a chance to watch, which was the Bloodless Brawlers at 1870 versus the Mafia Mumble Rats at 1840. The Mumble Rats actually, despite being only 30 under, took an entire wizard to help them out with this, and the Bloodless Brawlers came in with +1 fame. So let's see how that panned out for them. As you can see, they've got the kick there. Freeing a little bit of space here. Boom. And immediately.
Turn 4. Apo will take it. No. Okay.
Well, it's Necro Team, isn't it?
I thought the...
yeah, sorry. Wrong way around. Yeah, no Apo for them. And we do see coming in, following up with a KO on this gutter runner there, which is quite pertinent. The Rats, however, follow up with a lovely lightning bolt. This is the second one, and looking at those recovery options,
not
coming
many.
in, we'll have a look. Taking out this werewolf is certainly going to help. And
I'm surprised he didn't follow and pile on then.
I think they want to have...
he got her out the cage. Yeah.
Yeah. Lovely little bit of recovery there. I didn't necessarily see it. I didn't necessarily see it either. But yeah, it was straight there, straight into a cage. Necro fighting back here, getting a little bit of kind of revenge. And as you can see, desperately trying to deal with what they can.
Gets him. And breaks armor.
Yeah. No, does not break armor.
Oh. You have the animation showing for all of it, do you? I only have it on armor breaks.
Okay.
Right. So can he do his stuff? Yeah.
Easy life. We see, so that's them up. That's them up. Just before the end of the first half.
That's
doing a very similar thing.
Yeah,
it's hard to stop. They've made a bloody good effort. Unfortunately, they've done a thing that I do, which is have a staggered columns. It's not as well protected as you think it is. If you have them all in a row, it stops stuff like this happening. I've fallen afoul of that unfortunate diagonal gap there. And as you can see, once again, it's now turn 8 for the Rats. Let's see what they're getting up to.
They've got a one-turner there.
They have a natural one-turner.
1 re-roll as well. Oh. Loads of tackle. Oh.
Is it enough? Boom.
Wow.
That was a heavy scoring first half.
So Rats look good for a win here, then.
Certainly in a position.
Eek.
Another diagonal here. So that was through a tackle zone as well, relying on that Agi 4.
Oh, man. Did he need to do all that? It's early in that half. Did he feel under pressure that he had to make a play?
Certainly felt that they were under pressure. They were able to get the ball recovery here and get it straight to this werewolf when you were in a situation. Because at the 1-0 part here, it was 11 versus 11, but we are starting to see a bit more downed Rats than you potentially want. Especially when, you can just play around and get all the way to that corner. But that skull, that unfortunate skull from that werewolf block, just gives the Rats a lifeline just to try and recover this. Needs to roll a lot of dice to even get there for a 1 dice, though. And dodges into the thing. Must have been going for a setup rather than a blitz itself.
Yeah, he didn't have to. He didn't have to take that route though. He could have come one higher
yeah,
and in.
Yeah.
Or maybe a misclick.
Maybe a misclick indeed. Unfortunate. And 2-2.
Yeah, I think the Rats threw it away a bit.
Potentially, yeah. Just a little bit of an over. I get the fit, like, especially when you've used the reroll there. You could argue that perhaps you should have like turtled up inside your own half for a little bit there before making that dodge, but it is what it is, unfortunately. Yeah, in terms of level ups for the Bloodless Brawlers, we didn't have any. No injuries either, although they have bought a new Herhee, a new zombie to replace there. And yeah, I don't think anyone else has been changed. The Mumble Raps did get some level ups. Number 2, Yotya the Fourth, leveled up but has not taken the skill yet. And also number 4, Saucer, has leveled up and also not taken the skill yet. So we'll wait to see what comes out for those later.
Fair enough. Okay.
So, yeah. Next up is the Quiguanas versus the Red Hot Boys.
Yeah, Extreme. Quiguanas, he's the Lizard coach at 1440 against the Red Hot Boys. That's Costing Strikers Orcs 1630. The Orcs did get the fame, but the Lizards get a wizard. So let's see how they get on.
All right.
So Lizards building their team back up pretty quickly, actually, and they're looking pretty solid. Nice kick. Puts them under a little bit of pressure straight away. And the Orcs did manage to recover it pretty well. And as you see, the Wizard has been used. Lot to do to get that ball. And he's thrown a lot of dice around before making the attempt as well. That's a loner. The loner's not doing anything. So it must be the skink down the bottom. He's thrown loads of dice before actually doing the crucial bit. And what skills that Orc got?
The one that I always forget about.
And he forgot about it too. He went for it
maybe,
twice.
Maybe they didn't and just knew that they had to.
Yeah. So
I like that slam cut, by the way.
Yeah, I'm trying a few different ones out actually.
Oh, so, I'll tell you what. It seems that this thrower's doing their own new techniques as well and needed a reroll to get that to work.
And he runs down into the corner, I believe, and just stalls it out for a couple of turns. The skink just runs to safety by standing next to an Orc, I believe. Not the safest of places to stand, especially when the Orc gets up and punches him.
Bam.
Oh, he's so lucky there. He could have stood in another couple of places and been safe.
Yeah. That was actually 4-1 as well. That's 1-0.
Yeah, so, 1-0. And there's only one skink left on the pitch for the second half, and that's a loner at that. So this is going to be a pretty tough second half for the Lizards. I just spun it around there to show you the KOs, etc. And the ball is loose, and it looks like the Orcs can surround that. It's just going to be too hard for them, I think, unless they roll a lot of ones.
Well, that's
jammed up. Okay, let's move it on. So I've got a feeling some of these, what are they called, where we transitions? I've got a feeling some of these are not going to work too well. So I recapped in another league last week, and it really messed his computer up. So I've got to work out which ones are good and which ones are bad.
I love that chain push, by the way, actually. Can we just get a little shout out for that? That was lovely.
Yeah, wasn't it good play? I had to show that. Oh, look at this. He can do it. So
you got to be thinking about hiring that skink if he stores.
He needs to dodge out, and he does dodge out. He had dodge, I guess.
Needs a pow, though. Or block would do it, I guess.
And that's the diving tackle guy as well, so...
Good effort. Good effort, lower skink.
Yeah, but like it was really well played from the Orcs. They proper had it under control. They had a game plan and they pulled the game plan off. Just well played. Yeah, I've been praising him up this season. I got a feeling the Orcs are going to be up there. That's playing like that. I think they will be.
Absolutely.
So level up for Quiguanas. New spawning. Got a second skill.
That is block.
At
Strength
last.
5 Blocksaurus rebuilding quite nicely.
Great tackle on that next would be really nice, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And don't think they've suffered any damage.
Doesn't look like it.
No. Okay. And the Orcs got 2 level ups. NASA 2 is on his first skill up.
Block for a Black Orc blocker. Seems strong.
And Speedstar Vettel has got his third skill.
Speedstar Vettel has not leveled up again. There's an in joke for why that's funny to me that I won't go into. So like no extra skills for there. So waiting to take that one. Maybe having a bit of a think for a guard mighty blow blitzer. You've got options. Obviously, probably not a double because probably would have taken dodge already. Yeah. If it was that, so probably having a think about what normal to take. I would imagine. Or strength, actually. They do get strength, don't they?
Look at your next couple of games. Is it going to be tackle or piling on or... Yeah.
I mean, those are looking like the 2 choices, right?
Yeah. Maybe
stand firm. Guard stand firm is good, I hear.
Okay.
So, yeah, cool. Next up was Sabertooth Vag versus the Dreamworld Splendors. Lots of Agility 4 on display in this particular match of Elves versus Vampires. We have 1790 for Sabertooth. Who took some babes versus the 1850 for the Dreamworld, who got the +1 Fane. So let's see how this match kind of shook out. Starting with the Elven kick. And we do get a pitch invasion. Bam!
Oh my god.
Now, I'd love, like, that's quite possibly the worst, or possibly the second worst one of those I've ever seen. Very one-sided pitch invasion, fun and interactive, really puts Carmack on the back foot for the entirety of this match, to the extent that basically ends up conceding the first half and not really getting in the way too much because, you know, respect for the opponent, knows you've lost an entire turn for basically half your team, concede, like try and not get injured as much as possible and just let them get that score and hope you can counter score on the turn 8 is what Carmack's gone for here. And let's see if they can pull it off.
That helps.
That does help. Absolutely. Sidestep also helps.
And he's got rerolls as well.
Yeah, he's there. No tackle. Yeah, no tackle. And gets it through. Like, good play from Carmack here. Like, it must have been extremely nerve-wracking to get hit by that and to be able to pull that back. And now it's their drive, so they're in a good position, the Elves. They've held back. They've moved forward. They've done the classic keep your thrower back. But have perhaps not taken Hypnotic Gaze into effect because they are actually able to get through and with a 2 dice with this Thrall, because it's only a strength 2 thrower, actually get there and get to the ball. Possibly needing to pass that up maybe 1 turn sooner because the Vampires are in fact able to get all the way to it and turn it into a 2-1 victory. Real last minute turnaround there and a great classic win for Dreamworld.
Definitely. He's good, isn't he, that Vampire coach? I watched this game last week and was amazed how one-sided he made the game look, and it's he must be doing
had a little bit of help from Nuffle in this one. I think Carmack was on the back foot a lot from that kickoff event. Maybe had them thinking a bit too much of a defensive mindset, which is maybe why tackle zones aren't always there against Vampires. It is easy to forget about.
What we got level up wise?
Level up wise, for the Sabertooth, they got number 12, Manly Sherry, got a level up as the Agility 5 catcher. Now has Leap. Love to see it.
Yeah.
And next up, number 14, Loose Cannon Carlos, the catcher with Sprint, has now taken Block for a little bit of extra protection.
Lovely.
Or perhaps even aggression. And yeah, if we look at Dreamworld of Splendors, I've actually will have a quick look at the losses here as well. Snide Mike, I didn't get a chance to show that in the clip, but is missing the next game. We've got Phelan back, and we've got a new lineman brought in as Sabretooth kind of starts building back up to the point where they can actually have a bench again as the one joins us. Dream Lord of Splendor, no injuries, but we did have a level up for number 9. That's Olam Kastrop, who has taken kick. It's a perfectly sensible first skill since they don't have a kicker yet.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah, so next up is the Vicious Virtuoso versus the Gorgoth Allgrays, which I think you had a chance to watch.
Yeah. Korash is the Vicious Virtuosi. He's a Dark Elf coach at 1790, and he has a loner for this game as well. And he's against Gunnerside's Chorfs, 1780. And he does spend a little bit of money and take a bribe. So let's see how this goes.
Alrighty.
So Dark Elf's kickoff return is a very good skill to have. And ref wants to see a bit of action by the looks of it.
You've got to be thinking that favours the Chorfs since they're more natural, dirty players. Oh, and that's definitely favouring the Chorfs. Gloriana.
Turn 2.
What was the injury there? I missed that. Was that just a badly hurt?
I think so, yeah. But like, it's that unskilled witch elf that just keeps getting injured every game. He's gone for a couple now. Still on turn 2.
Trying to get those fouls in. But that was an agility plus player as well. And fails the bribe.
Yeah,
Oof.
Gutted.
I was about to say, you're using your non-usual fouling players. Now you've got a bribe active, and to lose one like that is very unfortunate. This is looking very much Chorf direction.
Yeah, and that's both Witch Elves off the pitch and the Edge 5 off the pitch. It's going to be a hard drive to stop.
I like this one dice leap though.
I was going to say, nice. Unless you do stuff like that. And where's the ball going? This could be good. It's not. So let's have another go. And he gets around again, gets 2 dice this time.
And unfortunately, gets to knock him down, but chooses to knock him. Well, I suppose any place you chose to knock him there was going to be surrounded by other players. And I suppose you are, actually you've knocked towards your own player there.
Just relying on a loner.
Yeah, I forget that the Bull Centaurs are so big, even when they're like knocked over. I didn't realise he was down there for a second.
Oh, he's got it. And he's off.
He's off. Yeah. That Bull Centaur might be able to catch up with him now.
He can, and only base him, I guess. Oh, no, if we go for it, he could have hit him.
Yo, he could have hit him. Snakes is not what you need. So we've gone from something very much in Chorf direction to a very unfortunate.
Oh,
he's being spicy.
That's break tackle as well on that Bull Centaur.
Yeah, I would have scored there.
Yeah, damn right I would have scored there. Yeah. I'll be looking out in chat to see what happened there because that was screaming to score for me all day. Yeah, especially on the Chorf drive.
Gets a pick up on the Bull Centaur. So was that was 0-0? I take it towards the end there.
Where are we? We're second half, I guess.
Yeah, 0-0.
Yeah.
Just able to hold that out. It's obviously the Chaos Dwarf drive as the Dark Elf drive and
outnumbered.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now they've got a lot to do. He's got stand firm, so he's fine on the edge there.
Yeah, there's not very much the Dark Elves can do about that, and oof. Yeah, the taking the shot when they had it was the gift when they had it probably was an error, I feel.
Yeah.
Not doing that. And yeah, just a stun.
There's only one left on the pitch and he's lying on the floor at the top.
Yeah, and then you can... Whenever you get the ball on one of your Bull Centaurs, just being able to just run them down is just very useful.
He made an effort to get the Bull Centaur to score. But like when you're outnumbering your opponent, it's not hard, is it? It's just got to roll a few dice.
Yeah, and I guess if we were wondering about what the answer to what question the motto of the Vicious Virtuosi is, should we score? No, I guess is the You can't see. I'm circling with my mouse over there.
I couldn't see it. No.
Yeah, no, I've got mouse off for recording OBS. But
All
anyway,
level ups. None for the Dark Elves.
no injuries though.
Okay.
Which is useful. And for the Gorgoths,
The Bull Centaur, Ashton Smith.
Ashton Smith, Frenzy.
Yay! Like it.
This is. I think I've got a Bull Centaur built exactly the same way as this on my own.
Nice.
It's quite good. Cool. So next up is the last match that I had a chance to watch, which was the Happy Sons versus Smoked and Cured. This was 1860 for the Happy Sons versus 1600 for Smoked and Cured, who came in with Eldril, some babes, and +1 fame. So let us have a look to see how that went. An Elven quote-unquote kick to begin with, and a blitz to get things going. Moving in, taking the actual blitz action on the blitz kickoff event to take out this sideline lineman here, knocking him down and allowing a point of egress, I think. Ingress, possibly. I forget which way around those are. Back towards where the ball is on the left-hand side. As you can see, the Orcs then attempting to get around back to it on their own turn.
Yeah. He's going to need to pot.
Yeah,
I see. Okay. That works.
Eldril can get down there, though. Hypnotic Gaze does not make you drop the ball. But we are able to get a blitz down there.
He's trying to keep it in the pitch.
Yeah, try and keep it in the pitch. I like that. That's noticed. Good discipline. Only hope is that the ball bounces some magnet hands, slurps it back up. Never seen that interaction before, bouncing it to where you are. That's always good to see. And so that's a great start for Smoked and Cured, who are able to get a line on the ball as well when they do not get such a fortuitous kickoff event to help them out. But that is a good bounce for the Orcs, who are able to recover it. They can see they're starting to get a bit more space, trying to eke out some space on the pitch and getting hopefully as many injuries as they can to try and get that numerical advantage. But with it's only a 1 dice to get through, and can do quite easily. Pass the ball to the person you want to score with, and get a lovely extra bit of space from where you can just score as much as you like.
Nice. That leaves just 1 turn to score, 2 turns to score.
Yes, but we will see with the elves getting set up down there. Let's see if they can get an advantage moving into the second half. Don't even need to move. Kick it in the can. Gets it. Does need a dodge. And just gets it.
Yeah, good stuff. Oh dear.
Was only a loner, but getting a little bit of revenge there, the Orcs. As you can see, they've kind of got them in, but have been able. There's just a slight edge to that that screen that's not there, and we can just get another throw. Pass by chicken in the can. They're dropping the SPP wherever they want it to. It's failed throw by the Orcs as well. Very unfortunate, as they're able to just just kind of get back in there, and the Orcs have got a chance to try and save some pride, but only a push, and knocks it back into some tackle zones. From here, they're in SPP farm mode. Gets it and runs it home for a big stonking 4-1 victory for the High Elves. It is a big old victory there.
Yeah, I remember having 3-1 on my prediction, so watching how they got that 4th touchdown was a bit gutting for me, really. It's cost me a few points there. Okay. All right, level ups?
But level ups. Well, actually, one good side of things for the Orcs is they did actually get quite a few level ups. They got number 3, Morglum Gougharts, the Black Orc blocker, who was taking Stand Firm to go with Guard, Mighty Blow, Block. That's a really good Black Orc blocker now. Obviously injured with an agility 1, but who cares? You're not going to be doing anything with them anyway. Ball handle wise, Shocker has upgraded, but not taken it yet. That's a Blitzer that got the agility up. And number 10, Flip Flop Free, once again has leveled up, but has not taken it yet. So, as for Smoked and Cured, they got 1 level up as well. T-Bone, number 14, who was built as kind of a Sacker with Wrestle on top of the normal catcher skills, and has now taken Strip Ball as well. So that's useful. And of course, Chicken Drumstick missing from the next match for Smoke and Cured, next opponents.
Well, do you think the Orc coach was after some advice and not taking his skill ups, or do you think he's just waiting for his next game?
I had not thought, because obviously, if we go back, I think one of them had been taken and the other ones hadn't, so he's obviously just thinking about it. So,
right.
Yeah. In terms of, Flip Flop Free, I imagine that's the third skill on a lineman. You've got to be thinking about how worthwhile it is to have a level 3 lineman at that point, especially if it's another normal. Guard on a double would be great, but I think there are things you could take there and it not be a waste, especially since that's one of your few tackles.
I'd have stand firm on that probably.
Yeah.
Nice tackle with stand firm. Be a right pain for the elves in this league.
Yeah, a little bit of extra. Stand firm's a strength skill though, isn't it? And linemen don't get strength skills on a normal.
You sure?
I'm pretty sure stand firm is a strength skill.
Yeah, it is, but I thought they're orcs, don't they get strength as normals, no?
Not for linemen, I don't think.
Okay.
Feel free to otherwise linemen would all have guard.
Okay.
I think. Anyway, I could be wrong. Feel free to correct me and tell me how much of an idiot I am in the comments.
I've got a feeling you're wrong, but I'm not sure, so
okay.
I won't call you an idiot. All right. Next game.
Next game is just getting a sneak preview there. The next game was the Outdoor Acrobata versus the Bobs. You can go through that.
Yeah, both coaches from last season, so interested to see how these two got on again. So Coach calls Kislev 1960, and Bob the Best's Nurgle 1960 as well.
Okay.
Bob the Best got the fame, so let's see.
All right. There we go. Oh, throw a rock to start off with. It's not what you want.
Every now and again, Blood Bowl can be a bit of a dick of a game, can't it? We both know this. Everybody in the league knows this. And just every now and again, no matter how good a coach you are, or how cool a coach you are, sometimes the game just gets to you a little bit. That's a 2+ leap into the cage to get some guard. That's one of his first actions, and that was his guard catcher, who he's just got as well, who's just got injured. So Nurgle just making the most of it, really. I can't remember what turn that was when they scored. Let's have a quick look.
Well, they're getting one less from that riot, at least.
Yeah. Oh, so second half. Yeah. So he just dragged it out and just scored at the end. So coach called being aggressive, wanting to equalise quickly so he can go for the win while he's still got players on the pitch. He's sort of safe there. Sort of. Oh, Tony. Bye, Tony.
Bye.
And easy 2 dice, really. But, there's a lot of recovery options for him. Unless he gets injured. He's niggled that guy, so... Yeah, and dice are doing dice things. Woohoo! Oh, it does all the hard bit, and failed to go for it. Is he going to hand off? He does hand off. Okay. Right, he shouldn't have done this final block. I know it knocked him down, but he's put somebody to basically hit the ball next turn. So, yeah, a bit sloppy. Ball gets KO'd, and it bounces nicely for him, if I remember rightly. Okay. And now it's just a case of try to get the ball up the other end and make sure the Kislev don't nick it off you. We're on turn 12. And there's hardly any Kislev And you will quickly see that turn 13, turn 14.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a game like this recently. Sometimes it's the only thing you can do.
Yeah.
Fortunately for Coach Cool, your opponent did not think you got SPP from fouls at this point. Unlike my opponent in that match.
Yeah, it's when you've beaten the shit out of a team and then you continue to foul afterwards, unless they're top of the table, it's pretty dickish.
Well, there's meta concerns. Sometimes it's a good idea, sometimes it's a bad idea. But one should be always fully informed. So I think it's sometimes you want to leave them in one piece to take points off your opponents. Most of the time, I think that's the case. But yeah,
Dead Tony got his second skill.
Yeah. Oh, Dead Tony is on Bob. Is that right?
On Acrobato, yeah.
Yeah.
Dead.
It's Dead Tony.
Dead Tony.
We don't get to see what he had. Has been replaced by Sergio down there at the bottom.
And no.
Rodolfo's out for next match, so they're down a lineman. They're down their kicker, which is annoying, but not too bad.
No teams got really beaten up this week, did they?
Not hugely.
No.
Oh, Tony is here. Tony is now a rotter, just underneath permanent bod.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Any level ups for the Bobs there?
If he rolls a double, I want to see Tony getting leap just for the heck of it.
Just for the means.
Yeah. No level ups.
Cool. So I guess we're going straight on to the week 3 leaderboard. Very close. 1 point in it all the way down to position 6. 2 points in it all the way down to position 7. Everything to play for.
Yeah. It looks like there's a little divide that could be starting about halfway down the league. But
still we're only three matches. It's 3 weeks in. Like it could easily switch it up.
Yeah. All looking good. Yeah, Red Hot Boys up there. Where's the vampires?
The Dream World, they are just there in position 7. They just need to get one more win. A couple of draws has kind of got them down there. But I think from what we've seen from that play, they're definitely one to watch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I suppose the next question is, what do we think is going to happen next week? Well, the first question is also, Matt was on his phone checking to see if Orc linemen have strength access by default, and they do not. I'm afraid, my friends. You need
they don't.
Guard
it's just general. Okay.
Yeah. I think it's at most. Yeah, I can't remember which ones. Linemen generally don't. But I tell you what else is useful for next week. All of next week's matches and going over this week's prediction results.
I beat you this week by measly point. 1 measly point.
That extra touchdown scored by Smoked and Cured really did it in for you there, huh?
It did, didn't
it? Yeah.
Anyone have a stonking week? Anyone do really well?
You did pretty well on 6. I did okay on 5. MLP missed a couple, unfortunately. Coach Cool just getting the 1. Gunnerside getting 2. Halligan doing not bad on 4 and 3. Spartacus Extrem having a good week, same as you. 6 was the highest we had. 6 is not bad. Nailing 2 exactly is not bad. And so looking at where we are in terms of the overall ones, it's me at the top, which I'm sure I will not stay. This happened the first time we tried this, and I ended up doing the forfeit that season. Spartacus there, so 15, 11, and 10, still loads of points in it.
Yeah,
you can see from 6 is quite good. You can get 10 points with a little bit of luck. You can really, the way that we do the points in this, there can be quite a lot of swing. So do not feel like you are getting paced out at this point. Next up, we should talk about the matches that we think are going to happen next week. And you're going to fill yours in at the time because you forgot to do them.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there were no early matches. Don't apologise to me. Like, we very nearly got a situation where you're losing points again.
Yeah, I'm 10 points down on you, and it's Friday afternoon, and I'm just very fortunate no games have been played. So
I'm going to have you go in first here because I've already made my ones.
All right, I won't look at your scores then.
Yeah.
So what's the first match?
Altdorf Acrobata versus the ReBBL Mutants.
Mutants I'm going for. They had a bad week last week. But they both had a bad week last week. But I see Pain. I'm going to go 2-1 Mutants.
All right. I've gone 1-1. I think we've both got a couple of teams here who are really going to be looking to make up for this week's results, and I think they're going to end up cancelling each other out. The Bash on the Mutants versus the Agility on the Outdoor. I think they're both going to end up kind of cancelling each other out.
Yeah, fair enough.
Next up, we've got the Bob Brotherhood versus the Happy Sons.
The Happy Sons are orcs.
Orcs, yes.
Yeah,
they are the orcs that unfortunately just got danced around by Smoked and Cured this week.
Oh, right, yeah. I'm going to go...
3 level ups.
I'm going to go 0-0. I think they're going to proper cancel each other out.
All right, fair enough. I have gone 2-1 for the Bobs, just because they do have that nurgly goodness. They can bring the bash to the orcs in a sensible way, and also one of the things with the Happy Sons is they do a little bit of passing play. They've got, for as much as their motto is that agility is no good. They do a little bit of passing. They've got some agility for players, and so just the Nurgle passing shutdown, I think, is going to give the Bobs an edge there. Sure. Next up, we've got an Elf off. It's Smoked and Cured versus the Vicious Virtuosi.
Oh, big high-scoring game, I would say. I'm going to go... I'll go with the High Elves. 4-3, I'm doing.
4-3?
Yeah.
You nearly said 3-2.
Yeah. What you got?
3-2.
Oh, okay.
Because they're elves and elves do elf things, I'm just going to give the High Elves the nod. No disrespect to the Dark Elves here. They just had a cracker this week, and I think that momentum is going to help.
They're flying, aren't they?
Yeah, the Gorgoth All Greys versus Sabretooth Veg 3.0.
Oh, All Greys. Oh, yeah, that Chorf side. Oh, my God. Oh, this is a tough one to call, actually. I'm going to give it to the Chorfs.
Sure.
2-1 Chorfs.
Sure. I also think this is a tough one to call, just because those Chorfs have been doing some serious work and they've got some experience against agility teams. I've gone for 2-all draw. I think basically it's just going to be a last-minute counter score for the draw from Carmack. I think that's the way I envision this ending in my mind's eye. Next up, we've got the... listen, you've got to visualise victory before you can achieve victory. I visualise losing and I lose. So, confirmed. That's how it works.
You're doing all right.
Definitely.
You're doing all right this season, man. As me, I've got 1 point in 3 games. So, right.
So, Dreamworld Spenders versus the Quick Ioannas. So we have this on fire vampire team versus the Quick Ioannas who are still in rebuilding mode, but are getting there.
Yeah, I think the vampires are a bit too strong for him. I'm going to go 3-2 to the vampires. Sure.
Similar thinking. I've gone 2-1. I love the Quick Ioannas. I'm really looking forward to them. The fact that we might start to see a functioning Quick Ioannas team this season rather than next season from the way that they're leveling up is very interesting to me, but I don't think we're quite there yet.
Yeah, same here. And he's playing with the informed coaches as well.
Yeah. So, and then we've got Red Hot Boys versus the Bloodlust Brawlers.
Bloodlust Brawlers are the Necro.
Yeah.
I'm tempted to go for Costing Striker, but I'm not. I'm going to go for a 2-all draw.
Fair enough. I have also gone for a draw. I've gone for 1-1 just because I think they're just going to be... We've seen that the Brawlers don't have really the mighty blow to go with their claw, so I think they're just going to struggle a little bit against the armour. And last up, we've got a Rat-Off. The Mama Rats versus the Kingslayers.
Ooh. They're both good. They're both good coaches and both good teams. The Kingslayers are just edging it, in my view. They got a good killer and they got... I'm going to go 3-2.
Which is coincidentally what I've gone for as well, for similar kind of reasoning. I think it's going to be a high-scoring match. We don't want to, doom them at all, but yeah, I think this could go anyway. I've just gone for the Underworld just going on their form this week.
So the commentator's curse, whenever we both predict the same score, we always get 0 points. So we've just handed the Rats a win.
Hopefully not. We'll see.
Yeah.
It's going to be an interesting match.
Okay. All right, we all done?
I think we are.
That's all, folks.
And we will see you, hopefully on Thursday next week, on the pitch.